Okay, explain what you're doing. Go.
Okay, so we were talking about this shape, the circle. Okay, because I want to look at you, but then I'm like, okay.
Just look at us.
So we were talking about the circle, and so there's a truth about faith, and that truth is that we're never stagnant in our faith. We never just stay at one level. We're either getting closer to God or we're moving farther away from God. And it can be like we're taking 15 steps towards Him or 15 steps back, or it can be like an inch closer to Him or an inch closer back. But we're never just stagnant, I guess, is the word. We never just stay. So He interrupts our thoughts or our lives or our circumstances with these kairos moments that we've been talking about. And we talked about how if we go the full circle and we come back here, this is where the growth happens, right? Well, what if we don't ever make it back there? What if we get stuck for a year or a month or 10 years and we have these moments where God interrupts? We know He's doing something, we reflect, we may even talk to our friends, and then we just stop. We never get to this part of the circle. What happens is that we're moving farther away from where God wants us and from where He is at. So if this is where growth happens on the other side of the planning, the accountability, the action, and here comes growth, which allows us then to enter another kairos moment and do the same thing. If we never get there, we're actually moving farther away from where He is and where He has us. So we get stuck in these moments where we're not discussing, or where we've discussed and reflected and observed, or maybe we even just stop here. He interrupts and we're like, oh, I hear you. And then we go on with whatever it is that we're doing or thinking or whatever. We're moving backwards is the point. So even we were talking last week, and Angie was sharing about feeling like stuck and she wasn't really wanting to be involved because that was putting this other pressure sort of on it. It's because God was speaking and she wasn't moving.
Mm-hmm.
But when God speaks and we move, it allows us, like we saw it tonight, the growth that had happened, the lightness that had happened when she obeyed and made it to this part of the circle. Then we can go on to growth. Otherwise, we're just moving farther away from God, and that's not where He wants us.
So my observation while you're doing that is it's almost like the right side of the circle is knowledge. Mm-hmm. It's like head knowledge.
Yeah.
And so the left side of the circle is heart transformation.
Yeah.
So it's like if we only have what we know in our head, but we never activate our hearts to follow it, then we become a Pharisee who knows the truth but doesn't live by the truth. And that's only heavier than not even knowing the truth.
And we were talking about last week about this right here is the worst place to
That's
be.
the heaviest place to be.
When God has spoken, you know what you're supposed to do and you just don't do it.
Yeah.
This is the heaviest place to be. It's also the farthest from the kairos.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you, Megan, teacher of the day.